how to work with the properties of perpendicular lines in 126 seconds. Let's go. Questions involving perpendicular lines, guys, really divide opinions. Some people love them, some people hate them, but they do come up a lot. So let's have a look. The question says, show that the lines with equations y equals 2x minus 7 and minus a half x minus y equals 8 are perpendicular. Guys, what are we going to do? We're going to use the fact that for perpendicular lines, the gradients multiply to give -1. So we're going to find the gradient of our first line, we're going to find the gradient of our second line, and we're going to show that when we multiply them, we get -1. Now, what are we going to have for our first line? This one is already in the form y equals mx plus c, so we can just look at the number next to our x. Here it's a 2, so the value of m is 2, so the gradient of our first line is equal to 2. So let's just make a note of that. We're going to have that the gradient of y equals 2x minus 7 is equal to 2. Now, what about our second line? This one's not currently in the form y equals mx plus c, so we're going to rearrange it to that form first of all. Let's copy down the equation of our line. We have minus a half x minus y equals 8. Now, to rearrange this to the form y equals mx plus c, we want the y to be on its own on one side, and we want it to be positive, and we want everything else to be on that other side. We're going to move the minus y to the other side by adding y to both sides. We're going to subtract the 8 from both sides. That's going to get the y on its own on the right-hand side, and on the left-hand side, we're going to be left with minus a half x minus that 8. So we're going to rearrange this to the form y equals minus a half x minus 8. Guys, I did that pretty quickly. Pause it if you want to and have a look. Check that you understand that. Now, guys, how are we going to show that these two are perpendicular? Well, we need the gradient of this line. The gradient of this line is going to be minus a half. So we can say that the gradient of y equals minus a half x minus 8 is minus a half. Now, guys, we're going to show that the two gradients multiply to give -1. So we're going to do 2 times by minus a half, 2 times by minus a half, guys. That is going to be -1. Therefore, our lines must be perpendicular.